Awesome. Okay, so we are ready to sheet the corners of our house to give our house a little bit of shear strength. We're just going to begin at the bottom of this corner right here. We just got this wall up. We need to make sure that this stud's in there down to our green plate, and shooting it in isn't an option. We can't really get a gun in there that well. So toenailing it in with some 8-penny nails. We're probably going to put in 4 or 5 nails. Make sure that that stays down and that's got a good connection. And that's where we're going to start with sheeting these exterior walls. But first, we got to climb this wall up, because before you sheet, you got to level your wall. You got to have all your walls connected, ready to go. Like on all exterior walls, we always flush the outside, the exterior part of the house. So I'm going to shoot that up. I'm going to put 1 or 2 shots into my blocks as well.
Huh? Yeah. Yep. Start to get this corner. I can do that.
So I'm straightening this wall out to make sure they're flush. I'm going to shoot from either direction, whatever I got to do to make sure that I can get that wall as flush as possible with this other exterior wall. That's our goal here. When you get to your top plates, we like to always screw them and make them flush too. Okay, so now our walls are completely brought together there at the corner. Other than we're going to do a top plate here. We're going to do this top plate with my left hand, so it covers over the top of the other. That's how we join those together. So really the only thing that's holding this corner of this house together is the top plate that we just overlapped with. I'm going to stick 5 screws there at the end and then shoot across it. The other thing that's going to hold this corner together is sheeting. And that's really what holds your corner together. The sheeting with the shear strength. I mean, this gets a good solid connection. And then your trusses, help as well with shear strength and rack. As you're putting your top plates on, you want to make sure that you're completely flush with the outside of the house. If the inside is off by just a little bit, the sheetrock will kind of blend that in. But with the exterior, we want to be as flat as possible, as flush as possible. We're going to put this brace in right here so that we can have some rack. This is how you rack your wall so that it can be correct in long ways from side to side to make sure that you're level on all your walls. You're going to end up putting this on every single one of your walls so that you can move it back and forth, get it around so that your walls can be level. So we got that in for rack. We're going to level that right there. Level that wall up. We use a 10-foot screed with a 4-foot level to level up all of the corners of our walls, pretty much to level anything. Our main thing to go to, if it's longer than 8 foot, is we use our 10-foot screed. Sometimes we have to use our 12-foot screed. All right, so we're going to bounce over to our other wall. We got our rack brace right there.
I think this is our other side. No, we're on this side.
And we've already got that leveled up. So now it's time for sheeting. I'm getting a length for my first sheet. And our first one looks like it's going to be a cutter. From the other side of this house, like the other side of that wall, it's going to be exactly 4 foot. So we make one side of the house exactly 4 foot and keep going across until you get to the other side, and you know it's not going to be perfect once you get to the other side. So we're going to get that cut. We're using 7/16 OSB sheeting for our house. I mean, I think that's pretty common, pretty typical. We're going to mark out where every single stud is at on this sheet and chalk it. So when we go to shoot, we can shoot exactly where we need to be at. We have 8-foot sheets, but we have 9-foot walls, so we're going to end up doing a little skirt around the whole entire house with this sheeting first. Now either you can put this at the top or at the bottom. We're going to do it towards the bottom.
8 5/8.
8 5/8. Okay.
Okay.
So how far are we coming down? We're going to be going down 8 foot and 5/8. Now why did we decide to go down 8 foot and 5/8? The reason why is because when we go to put in our trusses, we don't want the tails of those trusses to be hitting on the sheeting, because they tend to come down right as they hit the corner of the exterior wall. So we're going to come down 8 foot 5/8, so that'll give us space for our sheeting to not hit the trusses. Now when we go to staple it, we'll make sure that we hit both top plates. You just might have to angle your gun so that you can get the top of the top plates. So as you saw, we got that 8 foot and 5/8. We got them marked, and then we got them chalked.
Yep.
Then we got a length, and then we ripped those sheets. We're gonna get them right on our chalk line.
Yep.
He's gonna shoot his end. I'm gonna shoot my end.
Not sure.
I like to use a big speed square, 1-footer. Mark them all, shoot them on.
7/16.
Then we cut a block to go in between each and every single stud. We want to seal that space. Anywhere that is going to be a weak link, we want to add blocks to or seal that up. So we throw those blocks in. If these are 10-foot walls, we would be turning them the other way so that they would go across the span of the stud with 2x6 for fire block. But these are 9-foot walls. You don't need fire block, so we just turn them flat ways to get them on there for a good seal.
This corner?
Get them a little strong. Okay, so our first full sheet. We're going to shoot this side over here because we need to push this sheeting a little bit to the side there to get it
Good.
to where it exactly needs to be. So we have the bottom of the sheeting flush. We look all the way up to the top plate,
Whole thing?
and we get that on exactly flush, and then we can shoot this whole sheet off. Now that stud might have a little bit of crown. We don't care if it's slightly off in the middle. The middle doesn't matter as long as we have our top plate and our bottom plate and the bottom of that sheet exactly on where it's got to be. So I'm going to get that all the way stapled off, and we're going to jump to the other corner here. I'm just measuring to see if this is my corner that's going to end up having the cut. And I'm seeing where all my studs are going to be at. So this one's a no cutter. So we're going to chalk out where all the studs are. We're going to put our bottom skirt part on first. We already went through and made our marks at 8 foot, 5/8 of an inch. Chalked it. And made, I mean, this is a full sheet right here, so we didn't need to make a cut. So we're going to shoot that on. He's going to cut my blocks right now as I shoot onto every single one of these studs. You're going to want to hold these blocks as tight as you can against the sheeting. If you end up with a gap, that's no good. You want no gaps between your blocking and your sheeting. I mean, it defeats the purpose of it even being there. So if you can't get them held tight, you need to have your helper, your partner, or the other guy that's working with you to hold his hammer on the other side to hold those blocks into place to make sure that they don't budge and they don't move. It's very important. It's critical to make sure these blocks are in tight. All right, so we already chalked our sheeting, so we're able to just throw our first full footer up. He's gonna get it on exactly on that corner. I'm gonna hold it in tight.
Why'd you level the last one?
Well, I just set it to the corner. I leveled the corner, didn't I?
Yeah, you checked the corner, but then you leveled the outside of the sheeting.
He's looking up at the top plate to make sure it's flush with the
Always gotta go up.
outside of the wall on that top plate. He shoots his corner in once, gives it a tack or two, and then I'm gonna raise this corner up. And then we're gonna first staple off this bottom edge.
You want me to put this in all good?
And then we're gonna staple off everything. I like to start with the outside, the very corner, and then work my way into everything that I can reach. We're in a big hole right here because this is where our sewer comes into our house. So he's gonna lift me up with the skid steer to get this thing all the way shot off. This sheet currently is covering over a window right now. Any of the studs or the top seals that are right next to the edge of the window, I'm not going to shoot. I'm going to stay away from it a few inches because we are going to route this window out while I'm up here and just get it done. So we just use one of our extra plug-in routers that we've got sitting in the trailer. We always tie our cord together to make sure that it doesn't unplug while I'm cleaning out this window or getting it cut out. You always have to go clockwise when cutting these out. This is our best and favorite way to cut out any of our openings. It makes a perfect cut. It works every time. Then we're going to come back and we're going to staple those top and bottom seals and those trimmers right on the edge of the window so that we have a good seal right there with our sheeting.
Yeah, I was just trying to tie them with the 2x10.
So that's exactly what we do. We level each corner of our sheeting. Then we chalk down our 8 foot and 5/8. Get rid of any glue that's on your concrete if it's going to lift this little sheet up. We rip these sheets, we put them on, and make sure that you're perfect with your chalk lines. Get lengths of all of our blocks that need to go in between. Get those blocks shot in, make sure they're tight. And we're going to chalk out where they're going to be at, where all those studs are. We're going to make sure that our top plate and the bottom of this sheet is perfectly flush with that wall. So that's it. We only do the corners of our walls because if any wind comes through, we don't want it to blow our walls over. Next we'll be doing is trusses. We're going to be doing our layouts and completely leveling out our walls. If you like this content, like, subscribe, and keep following us on this build. Thanks.